when we were adding and stuff, we can round to kind of estimate. But Charlotte went back and did the opposite operation to check her work. Yes, Quinn?
Well, I did it way fast because 36 32 divided by 8 equals 4. So add another 4 and you would get 36.
So I love that, Chris. That's awesome. Did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Brooklyn, did you hear what he did? That's awesome. So Chris kind of rounded, but he got to a different number first, and then he added the rest on at the end, right? I think you know. Okay, so this one, a lot of you added 4 at the end. You just added 24, 12, and 4. So that shows me that we're not reading the problems fully yet, which we've been working really hard on. So today we're really going to focus on reading the problem. So the next, what's wrong, Alex? Okay, don't worry about it. So the next problem we're going to do is really important that you guys pay attention because it's for your at your seat work. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it, but we're going to do one together. And I'm going to model this one for you. And then when we go into our rotations, you'll know exactly what to do. So this problem says Linda had 64 marbles. She gave 16 marbles to her friend and received 24 more from her sister. How many marbles does Linda have? Hold on, no markers should be open yet. So keep your markers on your desk. London, Noah B. Are you ready? Did we hear that question?
Yes.
One more time. Linda had 64 marbles. She gave 16 to her friend and received 24 more from her sister. How many marbles does Linda have? So what is our question, Kaden?
How many marbles does Linda have?
How many marbles does Linda have? So that's what we need to find out in the end. So our first step is going to be, it says she gave 16 marbles to her friend. Does that mean she got more?
No.
So what operation are we going to do?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. So that's our first fact, right? She started, where did she start?
With 64 marbles.
64 marbles. And how many did she give away?
16.
16. And then after she gave 16 away, her sister did what?
She gave her 24.
More. That's an important word, right? So we have our facts and we have our question. So our plan, we're going to say our first step is to find out what happened when. London, what's our first step going to be? You want to give it a shot? Do you want a friend? You can make a friend.
Our first action is subtraction.
Our first action is subtraction. Do you know why we're going to do subtraction, Gar?
Because it says more.
It says more.
And she's giving the marble.
Giving is our action, so that is where we're getting our subtraction. So what we're going to do first is 64 minus those 16 that she gave away. Go ahead and solve that on your boards. 30 seconds, you guys should be pros at this. Oh my god. Your board should have been erased already, so that's like 10 seconds, dude. Rakeem, draw your pictures.
6 minus 1 is 5.
Hold on, Tyler. Hold on. We're not at that part yet. All right. More on the floor. Where do I go?
Go next door.
And then what?
Get 10 more.
So my ones place becomes what?
14.
And what's 14 minus 6?
8.
5 minus 4? 5 minus 1. Whoops. 5 minus 1.
So 40.
4. So how many marbles did she have after she gave her friend 16?
48.
48. So that's the answer to our first step. And now what do we do next? What happens next in this story? Malaya?
She
She gets 24 more. So what happens when you get more? Noah?
That would be
What's our operation? Addition? Yes. So what are we going to add to the 48?
24.
Thank you, Barb. 8 plus 4?
12. So put the 2 down there. And then make the magic boxes. And then put 3 blue. One. And then 4, 5. 4. No, 4 plus 1 is 5. You know, 5 plus 2 is 7.
There you go.
Or 4 plus 3. Let's go.
72. So what is our answer?
You didn't add 48 to
Jolanda, look up here. At this right here. Did you carry your 1? Jolanda, did you carry the 1 into the magic box? There you go. Alright, so this is what's going to happen when you do your at your seat. It's going to be with a partner, and it's going to look like this. So this is really important. Everyone's going to get one of these. Well, every group is going to get a baggie, which are on the back table near my computer. Inside of the bag is going to be word problems. So you're going to lay all, hold on, they're going to look like puzzle pieces, okay? So they're going to look like this. You're going to lay them all out, and you're going to choose a word problem. But for this sake, I have the Linda word problems already pulled out. So this is going to be my first one. This is what I found. We solved the problem. We go back to our first step. And what was our first step? Mia?
Our first step was to subtract 64 minus 16.
And look at that. I have a puzzle piece that says 64 minus 16 equals 48. That was our first step, right? So I'm going to connect that. And the puzzle pieces aren't going to fit in perfectly. It's just paper. And I'm not a very good cutter, so just bear with me. And then what was our next step, Jolanda? You need a friend? What was our next step? Chris?
The one we added 48 plus 12. 20.
And guess what my next puzzle piece says?
48 plus 24 is 72.
It does, but it doesn't say equals 72 because it wants you guys to figure that part out. And now I know you guys worked with equations. Full equations. So we're going to take our both pieces of our puzzle and we're going to make them into one long equation. And what does the M stand for, Charlotte? Why is there a letter in our math problem?
For the answer, it's just something to tell you that the answer you have to figure out.
Exactly. So it's a variable, right? So it's any number, you don't know it yet, that's what you're solving for. Right? So you and your partner are going to make these 4-piece puzzles, but when you get your bag, there's going to be like 5 full puzzles in here. So you don't know which pieces go together. It's not that easy. Got that, Kaden? What are you going to do with these bags? You're going to make the puzzles, right? And then inside the manila folder back there are the answer keys. So it's the full puzzle. And when you find the puzzle, when you and your partner complete your first puzzle, you're going to run back there and check to see if you got it right, okay? But your answer, if you get the right answer, you should already know that you got it right. And this should look familiar from yesterday. This is the same paper we used for around the room yesterday. So when you and your partner figure out one of the puzzles, you're going to write each of the steps in order, okay? So you don't need to write the full word problem out. You would just write 64 minus 16 equals 48, 48 plus 24, and then the whole equation, okay? That when you guys hand this in, I know that you got your puzzles right, because it's hard to hand this in all different pieces. Understood?
Understood.
Mia, do you want to repeat those instructions for me?
So what you do is first solve it. You first read the word problem, and then you find the other puzzle pieces which connect to the word problem. And then you go over there, you get the that sheet, and then you write down what you did to get the equation, I guess.
You get the equation right, and then you fill this out, and this is what you're going to put in the blue bin, okay? I don't want puzzle pieces in the blue bin, I want this in the blue bin. And when the timer goes off and it's transition time, put all the puzzle pieces back in this bag because we're going to recycle them. We're going to keep using them. I don't want to find puzzle pieces in the trash can or these just with one puzzle in them. Let's try and get everything back where they belong. And then for around the room today, yesterday we only had 4 problems. Today there's 12. Hold on a second. and there's no number 2. So don't come running up to me and be like, where's 2? I can't find 2. There's no number 2. And then it's a black light check. So when you're done, or when you find as many as the timer allows you to, you're gonna go and check with the black light. There's only one black light check station, so don't crowd around it. If you can kind of keep checking as you go to make it easier at the end. And there's 12, and I think our biggest group is 7. So there shouldn't be more than one person at a question at a time, okay? So that's your around the room. Around the room, you're gonna be a level 0 at your desks. With the puzzle pieces, you're at a level 1 because you're gonna work with a partner, okay? And then technology, iReady, add a desk, pick a seat, pick a smart seat, and headphones in. iReady math the whole time, not iReady reading. And then the group that's with me is gonna be at the back table for the first rotation. Any questions? Well, Presley, you have a question? Yeah. I'm not gonna pick your partner. So you're in groups. I have your groups picked based on how you did yesterday and on our exit tickets from yesterday. So I'm gonna read you off your groups, and then there's like 6 of you, 6 to 7 of you in a group, so you're just gonna make a smart choice on who your partner is. Yeah. Whoever's in your group though. Someone that's in your group you're gonna partner up with. You guys are more than capable of doing that and making good decisions. Daryl?
So they're doing around the room, so there's a 1, 3.
There's 1, 3, 4. There's no number 2. So don't come running up to me when I'm with my group and be like, where's 2? I can't find 2. It's the only one I'm missing. There's no number 2. So when you get your paper, if you want to put a big X through it so you don't forget, go for it. Understood?
Yeah.
Any questions before we start?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, group 1 with me at the back table is going to be Kaylee Ann, Brooklyn, London, Rakeem, Yandel, and Jolanda. Group 2, hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. Group 2, you guys are on technology, so you're iReady first. Charlotte, Noah B, Tyler, Jose, Noah P, and Alex. And then group 3 is Hayden, Malaya, Garvey, Chris, Mia, Daryl, and Presley. You're around the room.
It's distraction. Understand?
Around the room papers are over on the picnic table. Thank you, Daryl. Please put your names on the papers too before you hand them in. I had a lot of no names yesterday. I'm starting the timer. You have 15 minutes for each station. Hi. Thank you guys for coming back. Miss Bucknut here for a minute. Okay, that's fine. Joanna, can you pull up a chair? You can fit. All right. So what's our first step with our independent practices? We're gonna make a couple puzzles. So what do we need to pick first? Hold on. I don't think we're ready. Are we ready? Are we listening? Hold on. We're not touching anything yet. We're only working on the pieces. Pick a word problem. Just one with the words on it. One with the words on it. Okay. You ready, Joel? I'm gonna flip them over because Raheem's not going to the same one. Alright, here's our question. Here's our first question. Drew had 32 markers in his classroom. Devise new boxes of markers that have 9 markers in each box. Now he has 86 markers. How many new boxes did he buy? Drew had 32 markers in his classroom.
I didn't make these. I
He buys new boxes of markers.
Okay, so
That has 9 markers in each box. He has 86. Now he has 86 markers. How many new boxes did he buy? He's getting more. So you think we're gonna do addition? Okay. Joanna, what's our question? What question are we trying to answer first? Hold on, wait for everyone. Your marker's not working?
But he didn't need that.
No, wait for everyone marker. Alright, so our question is, how many new boxes did he buy? You can put that right there so that it makes sense for you. How many new boxes did he buy? So what do we know? How many did he start with?
He had 32. 12 minus 16.
London, here's one for you. He had 32 markers to begin with, right?
Yes.
Right, Brooklyn?
Yes.
Alright, we're not worried about the markers. We can share
And
them.
then he had these
So, do you think you're gonna need all 4? Let's see.
There's 9 markers in each box. 86. Perfect, Yana. Thank you so much. Okay, so I see everyone writing just 36 plus 9. 32 plus 9. No, not yet. But thank you. So what's our first step going to be? He starts with 32. And what did you say he gives us at the end? He gives us the answer, right? So we know at some point what happens when you know the answer, but you're missing another part. Can someone look at our actions and word problem poster?
No, it's a part of Victor.
You need to be the right answer. So let's figure out what you did.
Caleb accepts
Right there, it says sum and then a missing part.
When they left, they gave him 6 steps.
What happens when we have a missing part?
So
It's written in green.
okay, so they gave him
We
6
have to
steps.
add. No, we
It's
have to
written in-
subtract.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna subtract. We're gonna subtract the total that they give us. So what's the total they give us? Loaded or loaded? They give us 86 is our total. How many does he start with? What's the item?
32.
So let's do that. Everyone do 86 minus 32. Rakeem. Rakeem.
No, they came home with 6
You
steps.
added? I know it's not the right number. That's good addition. I love that. That's really good addition. But can you do this for me? 86 minus 32.
Okay.
So 6 minus 2.
Number 6.
But that's not how the problem wants it. Is that it?
I got it.
No, you're good. I walked into your room.
This one's easy because you don't even have to refer. It should be
You just have to action just
like that.
just like Thanos.
Yep.
6 minutes. 6 minutes.
Alright. Where do you start? What position do you start? Do you start in the 10 or do you start in the 1?
1.
The 1. So go ahead and subtract. There's more on top, no need to stop.
No need to stop.
Rakeem.